So what was you saying about our show speed, Flash?
No, I wasn't going to say about like having celebrities at WrestleMania isn't anything new. That goes back to all the way back to WrestleMania 1. So like it's
Mm-hmm.
not that's nothing new. I'm more. Oh, they did beat him. Um, I'm more on starting to side with the people that are complaining with the quality of the actual matches on a consistent basis.
Even Maven is complaining.
Yeah, and this goes. I literally turned on Netflix, and in the span of literally 60 seconds, I saw 5 super kicks. Like it's getting really stupid. Like and this is where not having dark matches and not having all the house shows really shows. And people that were shitting on Maven for saying so have no idea what they're talking about. They just no, like you can't not practice. You just can't. You can't not practice, and that's what practice is for. Like it's not like, and this is what I don't understand. It's like it's not like It's not like once Tom Brady became a good quarterback, he stopped practicing and trying to improve. This is stupid. So now, like you've cut down practice time. You bring people in. You don't have them work at their craft, and every match looks the same now. It's like current NBA. Every team plays the same. It's just jacking up. It's like literally the super kick now is like how the NBA is, and everybody's jacking up threes. It just looks the same. It looks boring. It's like and it's rare when you see a really good match when there's actually great storytelling within the match. And I'm just starting to get disenfranchised by it because since TKO has taken over, we had a really good run up until, I would say, I'm not saying all of it's bad. I've liked a lot of the stuff, but I'm more just talking about the quality of matches. I love the Roman CM Punk thing. I think that's the way to go. I love the Cody Randy Orton thing. I just think the quality of matches on a day-to-day basis has been really poor and predictable. And it looks. I agree with Maven. Everything looks like choreographed theater fights. It doesn't look like a wrestling match anymore.
Mm-mm.
And it's really sad. It's hard to watch sometimes. I don't know. What do you think, BRF? Am I just being too out of base, or is it really getting that? And is it getting that?
I think it's. I think in some cases, it has gotten like a lot more predictable and kind of like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Like not exact. More kind of like it's like I don't know, more kind of like.
It looks like the whole match is planned out from start to
yeah,
finish.
a lot. Yeah, I don't think it's like that in all cases, but I think in some aspects, it is kind of getting like that. And I think that's where the wrestling kind of gets stale and it gets bland and it's not as fun to watch. That's why, like, people can talk all they want to about like I'll say like when Triple H first took over the main roster up until probably like WrestleMania 40, like that was like I ain't gonna like outside. That's what from like 20, like 23, 24, like in the 22 all the way up to WrestleMania 40. That was like peak. That was like that's a lot of that wrestling was like some of the best wrestling I'd seen WWE put on in like a long, long time. And it wasn't just like the main event guys. It was like the mid-carders, the tag team wrestling. Like a lot of it was like you kind of had you felt like something was about to really go down and really like it was about to take off. And I think really since like the TKO takeover is kind of like outside of a few, because they're like I was like NXT, the main roster needs to take more credence from NXT and see how they put on matches, because NXT, I don't care what anybody says. I mean, you got Raw, in terms of pure wrestling, NXT right now puts on the best pure wrestling in WWE. They do.
It's because they're constantly working on their craft.
Exactly, and because not only because and plus and exactly because I mean it's the performance center. So like Flash said, they're constantly doing this, but at the same time they're getting house shows. They're starting to get to the point where they're getting house shows, but then at the same time they have the performance center. So it's like every day they're in the ring, they're working on it, and I really feel like Flash definitely has a point there. If they need to get, I'm not saying like have like a ton of house shows, but do it. They need reps, and you can kind of see it with the wrestlers of the day. They need reps. They really need to put it in because I don't know. Yeah, like I do feel like some of the quality is kind of stagnated a little bit. It's a little stagnant right now. It really is.
Yeah.
And they need to institute like house shows back. Not like the full schedule, because I understand they want to protect the athletes and they want to get, they want to try to help as far as the longevity, but at the same time, the best athletes, the biggest thing is just every day working. You should you should never be satisfied with where you're at from day to day. You should always try to find a way to get better, even if it's one thing.
But that's kind of my one of my points is if you have, if you're not taking those bumps, because like what we've seen in the last couple of years, it seems like injuries have gone up in WWE. If you're not regularly taking those bumps and putting your body through that, are you building that tolerance? That's the thing that a lot of NFL players have talked about since they've like walked back practices, is your body's not in football shape. It's like playing in basketball. It's like playing yourself into shape. It's like what Chris Paul used to do and Shaq used to do like every year that they got criticized for. It's like, is your body, when they get injured, is your body's not in whatever craft you're doing. It's not in that type of shape. And I look at that and I think that's a major issue. I think there needs to be a happy medium.
Okay.
Where you need to bring back something.
And I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, you can make practice safer, but I just think the aspect of I had an old friend of mine that used to say that striking in wrestling takes away from the storytelling. And I always, or he always hated a strike for a finishing move. And I was like, oh no, because like one of my favorite finishing moves was Sweet Chin Music, even though I just complained about super kicks, but that's when the super kick was rare. And I kind of yearn for the days of like Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, and it's like go back and watch like Michaels and Bret. And I'm not even talking about like WrestleMania 25 Michaels. I'm talking like WrestleMania. Go watch Owen and Bret in WrestleMania 10.
Yeah.
Now I understand that's like Owen and Bret, and that's two like the greatest ever to like just get into a ring. But go watch that match and see how many strikes there are in that match. Go watch an Owen and Bulldog match. Doesn't have to be like 92 SummerSlam. Go watch 1995 in your house. Go watch. I know we're not supposed to say his name anymore, but go watch a Benoit and Eddie Guerrero match. Look at how many strikes there are, besides maybe chops. In those wrestling matches, and I think my old friend was right. I think the more and more strikes you put in a wrestling match, the more you're taking away from the actual storytelling ability of wrestling in and of itself. And I'm going to do an experiment, one of these like Monday Night Raws or a SmackDown or a pay-per-view, and I want to count how many super kicks there are in one night. I bet you $100 there's at least 100.
You know what? We need to do that one day, and we need to do a live broadcast of Raw. One day we will do that right before the WrestleMania. Shout out to our guy, Sports PSP. Hope you enjoy the Julio Jones supposed to BRL. Stone Cold for the big fella. Hell yeah. Thanks to the New Jersey Genius, now at 160,000 followers for hooking us up down here down south. Shout out to Sports PSP, by the way. Tune in every Friday night at 7:30 on the dot, 7:03, 7:33. Tune in at 7:30. But here's where I start messing up everything. I'm never going to let us have a good show. So with it being opening weekend and it being a very, very memorable opening weekend, start, bench, cut, baseball outfield edition. Y'all ready?
Let's hear it.
Andrew Jones, Kirby Puckett, Carlos Beltran.
Holy crap. Ugh.
Who you starting? Who you bitching? Who you coming? I'll say that again for the audience out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're already in the chat. We enjoy all the views. We enjoy all the subscriptions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I say that again. Start, bitch, cut. Andrew Jones, Kirby Puckett, Carlos Beltran. Who you starting? Who you bitching? Who you cutting?
Okay, let's see. You got Andrew Jones, easily the best defensive player to 3. Might be the best all-around player to 3. Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett's aura speaks for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the power hitter per se of Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones, but he was the best contact hitter, and he was a pretty good defensive player in his own right.
Yes, indeed.
Carlos Beltran might be the best playoff performer of the 3. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good God. Flash, you go first, bro. God, dog.
Fuck you, bro.
Damn, champ. Motherfucker, you. Damn.
I mean, I can take out. Look, I do this. I make it deep.
No, I'm gonna tackle.
No. Let's know. I like it. Let's do it.
Hear me now. All right. I'm cutting Andrew Jones. I'm benching Carlos Beltran, and I'm starting Kirby Puckett. Hear me out. Andrew Jones by far has the worst career batting average out of all 3 of them at 254. Beltran is at 279, and Kirby Puckett is a 318 lifetime hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Where Beltran and Andrew Jones have Puckett in his home runs. They both double him, basically. But Kirby Puckett behind in Carlos and RBIs, and Andrew Jones, but Andrew Jones about 200 behind, so not a ton. I know Andrew Jones is probably by far the best center fielder defensively, but it's not like if you put Kirby Puckett in there, you're hurting defensively. So my big thing is getting on base. That's my thing. Can you get on base? And if Andrew Jones, if you're batting 254, that's to me the trade-off for Andrew Jones's deficiency. Ooh, that was a good one. Deficiency at the plate, batting average wise, outweighs his defensive list or his defensive prowess over. Like Puckett's a better overall hitter. His better overall ability as a hitter outweighs Andrew Jones's ability as a defensive player over Puckett. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think Andrew Jones is that much better of a center fielder compared to Kirby Puckett. But comparably how much of a better hitter overall Kirby Puckett is to Andrew Jones. Like I don't think the bar is that big.
But even still though, even with the batting average, and then it's a considerable gap in batting average. I mean, them home runs and RBIs though. Whew.
I mean, Kirby Puckett's at 1,885 RBIs. Andrew Jones is at 1,289, and Beltran is at 1,587. But Beltran played like what, 20 years?
Beltran played 20 years though.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and Kirby played. Let's see how long did Kirby play.
I think in terms of sheer power numbers, Andrew peaked higher than both of them.
Yes. But let's see. Kirby Puckett played 12 years.
And even when he was forced to retire because of the eye, he was still hooping.
Yeah. So I mean, are we arguing, is this basically in their prime? Is that what we're arguing?
Peak for peak.
Then I kind of stand by my thing. I think Kirby Puckett at his peak is a better overall player if I'm putting a franchise together. I think Beltran's I think it's Kirby Puckett. Then I think Beltran versus Jones is more of a question, in my opinion. Because look, Kirby Puckett's a 6-time Gold Glover.
Yeah.
So like it again, this is my point. Andrew Jones was a 10-time Gold Glover. Puckett was 6.
Yep. I was just about to bring that up.
I know, but even when you say that, when it's only a difference of 4 Gold Gloves, some of the plays Andrew Jones made, other center fielders would kill to have that type of range.
You're right, but that's just a highlight. I'm not saying. I'm just saying
he did it every night. I would understand if it wasn't every night, but it was damn near every night.
I mean, like I want to look at Kirby Puckett. Like this is where I've always thought Kirby Puckett is underrated all time. Let's see, Kirby Puckett stats.
Oh, this is getting good.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up Andrew Jones stats. All right.
In the meantime, I gotta ask y'all this question while we're in the middle of start bitch cut, so we won't have any gaps. Is Dale Murphy a Hall of Famer?
Hell yeah, he should have been in the Hall of Fame.
I think so.
Dale Murphy should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Was Dale Murphy the best at his position for an extended period of time?
You can make a case he was for the 80s. You can legit make a case.
Yes, two-time NL MVP, 5-time Golden Glove, 4-time Silver Slugger.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying. I wanted to hear again. I love the barometer of if you ask if he's one of the best at his position, and there's like a.
There's no and with Dale Murphy.
Okay, that's I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you can make a legit case. Dale Murphy was the player of the 1980s. You can make a legit case. He's up there, like he's in terms of players of decade. You can make a case. He's like,
yeah, I mean,
you can make a case. He's like top. He's like top 5, top 6 of the decade.
The stats and the awards are there with Dale Murphy. He's a 7-time All-Star. He's a 2-time NL MVP, 5-time Gold Glove, 4-time Silver Slugger Award winner, 2-time home run leader, and 2-time RBI leader.
He's a top 5 player. He's a top 5 player of the 80s. He's a top 5 player of the 80s.
So I mean,
he's a top 5 player in the 80s.
I think the marketing wasn't there in Atlanta in the 80s. Like,
no, because Atlanta wasn't good.
So it just and the marketing shit.
They want. I mean, you're not going to market a bad team. So, I mean,
we did fucking suck back in.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to market a bad. You're not going to market a bad team in the 80s. Let's face it. The trade that turned the Braves around that got them going was the John Smoke was getting Smokes.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that was. Let's hear yours, BR. If I got to hear this. I got to hear this before we move on.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think when you have to look at totality and the overall player, it pains me to say this, but I kind of have to agree with Flash down the board.
Okay.
I have to agree with him down the board. And yeah, and it's like, because I think I would have put Andrew Jones in front of Carlos Beltran had Andrew Jones won that 05 MVP. Okay. If Andrew Jones had won that 05 MVP, I'm starting Kirby and I'm benching Andrew. But and honestly, it was when you look at the Cal Raleigh Aaron Judge debate, MVP last year is the exact same thing. It was Cal Raleigh's batting average. And that was the same thing in 05 with Andrew Jones and Albert Pujols who ultimately won it. It was batting average. So,
I mean, that's the other thing too is, Andrew Jones played 17 years. That's 5 more than Puckett.
Mm-hmm.
Puckett's batting average is still, far superior. Like, Andrew Jones' best year for a batting average was the only year he batted above 300, and that was he batted 303 in 2000.
Yeah.
Puckett's best year, I'll put it this way, he only batted below 300 4 years, and one was 296, another one was 296, one was 298, and one was 288. Every other, and his peak was 339.
I think where there, even though I agree with Flash down the board, I think I would go the exact same way. I think where we do have to put the appreciation in for Andrew Jones is the 400 homers and 10 Gold Gloves. Only four players, including him, has done it, and with him making it this year, they're all in the Hall of Fame. That's him. I think that's him. That's Griffey. That's Schmidt, and that's Mays.
Yeah, I mean,
and then when you want to look at the analytics of it, I think Andrew's the only one 400 homers and at least 100 defensive runs saved, and he has over 200. So it's like, so this is, I think, even though this is where I'm kind of like the defensive. I think the defensive gap, is a little bigger than I think people give it credit for between Jones and Puckett, because I think we have to also remember Andrew Jones was playing with a lot of really good center fielders in the National League at the time too. So even with the 10, he could have won more, and he didn't, because it was a lot of good outfielders. It was a lot of good outfilders. It was a lot of good outfielders. When, Andrew Jones at his prime, there was a lot of good outfielders. So like even with the 10, he could have. He still could have won maybe like he could have won like 2-3 more. Yeah. But I'm agreeing with Flash. I'm like I said, I am going to agree. I am agreeing with Flash though.
Like if you look, their Kirby Puckett's on base percentage is better. Their slugging percentage is very similar. Like Puckett barely. I think Andrew Jones is 486. Puckett is 477. On base and slugging percentage, Kirby's at 837. Jones is higher at 111. Oh wait, no. Hold on a second. Wait. Hold up. Oops. Wait.
On base plus OPS.
Oh, so yeah. Kirby's got him beat there because Jones is 823. I mean, I know everybody's like was shocked. I didn't even have to look up the stats. Kirby is, to me, because of him retiring because of his eye. I don't remember at his peak he was one of the best players in baseball, and he played in Minnesota at the time, so. It's not a big market. So Kirby Puckett, one year when I played baseball in high school, because my favorite player of all time is Ken Griffey Jr. And
Mm-hmm.
I switched, and my number was always 24. I switched 1 year. It was my JV year to play, and I used 34 specifically because of Kirby Puckett, because because he retired in 1995, and I played JV in my sophomore year in 97, and when he had to retire, I switched my number to him because he had to retire. Like, that's how I loved Kirby Puckett. So, now get me wrong, I loved Andrew Jones too. I really did. I mean, he is the youngest player to ever take an at bat in a World Series game, where he was when he took the at bat.
Youngest player to take an at bat, youngest player to hit home run.
Yep. So, I mean, to enter the league at 19 years old and play as well as he did, I'm not sneezing at his accomplishments. I don't want. I'm arguing for, God rest his soul, Kirby Puckett, because that dude was a fucking awesome baseball player.
Yes, indeed.
So, Carlos Beltran, I'm not like. It's more just because I think Kirby was so good and Andrew Jones was so good. He just happened to play long. Not saying he wasn't good, but a lot of those, like, Pat statting a little bit. I'm not saying that that's who he was. I'm just, you know what I'm saying. And
injuries kind of like, even though he played 20 years, you got to think he had some injuries like early in his career too, before he finally I think when he was traded to the Houston Astros, and he had some good years in Kansas City, but it was like when he was traded to the Houston Astros, that's when it was just like, phew.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, his year, let's see. I'm trying to look at his. I mean, even the year that he actually batted .323, he only played 44 games.
When you talk about injuries and you talk about what if stories, is Kirby Puckett's story in MLB similar to how? Now, I'm not comparing the two, but remember, one had to end it because of an illness, and one had to end it because of an injury. Is Kirby Puckett, quote unquote, I will say, like the Magic Johnson of MLB? Because when you think about Magic Johnson, you think about what could have been, although he had a marvelous freaking career. What could have been had he not been diagnosed. And for Kirby Puckett, I believe, although, like I stated, I will openly admit, compared to you guys, I'm a casual. When you think about that 12-year stretch, you think about him being a two-time World Series champion, you think about him being an all-star, you think about him being Gold Glove slugger. Could he have gone far further, much like Magic Johnson could have, had he stayed healthy? Had either one of them stayed healthy? Could they be compared?
Who we talking about?
Kirby Puckett, is he kind of like the Magic Johnson of the MLB? Because remember, both had to cut their career kind of short after 12 years because of diagnoses and illnesses. And although they had a peak that was just damn near unmatchable by conventional wisdom, it's just like, could they have gone further? Are they too big of the biggest what if stories? Are they their career peaked at a certain point?
I think Magic Johnson's a top 3 player of all time. So I can't really. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it's a bad comparison. I don't like it because Magic Johnson to me is a top 3 player ever. I have him behind Michael, and I have him behind top 4. I have him behind Mike, LeBron, and Kareem. Okay. I have Magic at 4. So I don't really. I think even with the fact that his career did kind of get cut short, when you look at everything he did in the 1980s to be able to win the 5 championships, the MVPs, like just everything that he was still able to do over in that time frame, did he really have to have like a really long career? I don't think he did. Because I mean, good gracious, he did in like 10 years what some players can't do in 20.
I would say the better comparison would be like, I was going to say Brandon Roy.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't like Brandon Roy either.
Brandon Roy doesn't have the accomplishments.
That's what. Yeah, exactly. I don't like Brandon Roy
like, I'm
either.
trying to think of like maybe
Derrick
Derrick
Rose.
But Derrick, I'm trying to think of somebody that like had the accomplishments, but like their career was immediately like Sandy Koufax, another.
Yeah,
I can see Sandy Koufax.
He only played what? He only pitched what? 6-7 years.
7 years.
He in the Hall of Fame, or do y'all know?
Sandy Koufax, yeah.
Okay, no, I'm just asking because I didn't know for sure.
Sandy Koufax is like the Gale Sayers of
Major
League Baseball.
Yeah, like even in those 7-8 years. Yeah, even in those 7 to 8 years, Sandy Koufax is considered a top 5. Like, what Sandy Koufax was? What, left-handed, right-handed?
Koufax was a southpaw.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Koufax was a southpaw. People call him a top 5 lefty ever, despite the length of the career. So, I mean, Koufax was one of those that like his peak is like among the greatest like ever. So
let me ask y'all something. When we talk about overall sports, if somebody has a Hall of Fame short career, should we call it a Sandy Koufax type of career now? Do you think that should be a norm or normality in sports? It's like, okay, he had a brief period in sports where he was great, but it just got caught short. Can we nickname it a Sandy Koufax type of career? Like, I compare, like, the guy who I always say he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame who had a Sandy Koufax type of career was Priest Holmes, because he hurt his hip at his peak. So, should we nickname that if a person had a peak, but, his career got cut short? Should we call it a Sandy Koufax type career? Like, can we call Terrell Davis' career a Sandy Koufax type?
Yeah, Terrell Davis is definitely a Sandy Koufax career. Terrell Davis is definitely
I have a question with Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
Does the success of the running backs that follow him diminish his career?
Nope.
No, because they never got close to what he did.
Nope, because
true,
the thing is, I was
saying almost anybody in. Did they ever get to the height of it? No.
That's why.
They never got to the height of it. Number one, and number two, I will say this: a lot of times, Terrell Davis was sitting down in the third and the fourth quarter for a lot of those games. Like for his 2,000-yard season, he could have got 2,000 to 500 yards. For the season before that, he could have got 2,000 yards. The season before that, there's a lot of times during those last 3 years of him in Denver, he set out at least 2 to 3 games a season because Mike Shanahan was trying to keep him fresh. He literally said, I remember that 2,000-yard season, he literally set him down. I remember they was playing the Jaguars, and they was beating him like 35 to like 7. He said, hey, TD, you're out for the game. He's like, what? He was like, yeah, you're out for the game. And I'll never forget Mike Anderson. He said, hey, man, he said, who's going in? He said, no, you are. He said, I'm out for the game. So the thing is, the yards Terrell Davis didn't get was more impressive because he set out at least 2 to 3 games a season because Mike Shanahan just said, you know what, I'm not risking it because I know this offense runs through you. And the thing is, he won the MVP. The thing is, he was the rushing leader. He was the best player in the league for that brief period. And the thing is, with the zone blocking scheme, a lot of players can play in that zone blocking scheme, but they was not as good as he was. Like Clinton Port, when you think about Orlando's Gary, yes, he had over 1,000 yards. Blah. The only person that exceeded that peak was, I would say, Clinton Portis. He was a true superstar because he was able to do it without it. But once those guys were put out of that system, like remember when Reuben Drones, he was supposed to be the next guy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He went to Cleveland, blah. Tatum Bell was supposed to be the guy. Went somewhere else, blah. Mike Anderson, he went somewhere else. He went to Baltimore, blah. So the thing is, yeah, those guys, there's certain guys who could be successful in any system that you put them in. I think Terrell Davis would have been successful at every one. A lot of those guys had good 2 seasons. The only person that ever succeeded without the zone blocking system after Terrell Davis was Clinton Portis. He succeeded in Washington without the zone blocking system. But the rest of those guys, once you took them out of that zone blocking system and they didn't have the holes that were readily available to them, guess what? They washed out pretty quick. They washed out real quick. I mean, look at what happened to Peyton Hillis when he no longer had the zone blocking system. He washed out quicker than my shower. So yeah, so that's the thing. I think about what your production was after the zone blocking system. When you leave and you finally got paid, you didn't do anything. So yeah, I mean,
and also what I look at I look at the overall individual talent of the player. And Reuben Drones, Alanis Gary, Mike Anderson, none of them talent-wise are Terrell Davis. Because Terrell Davis had already had like really good years in Denver. And then he had the 2000 year, which was kind of, which was like, that was like he turned it up to like 100. And just that's why I don't think the success of the running backs after him really diminish it. I don't think it really diminishes it just because I look at those backs and look at TD and it's like, okay, yeah, you got 1,000 yards, you got it in the scheme, but look at what Terrell Davis was doing in the exact same scheme. He had seasons that were still putting y'all to shame, even though you're getting 1,000 yards. So,
and you got to think about this: Terrell Davis would have went higher in the draft had it not been for his coach. Let's just be real. He didn't know how to. I mean, you had Garrison Hurst and Terrell Davis at one point. You didn't know how to use Terrell Davis. That's the reason why he dropped it. He ended it so long. The guy, one of his defensive coaches, one of the offensive running back coaches, actually, they made Terrell Davis go sit in the stands one game, and he was not one of those little sidelines. I mean, open the nosebleed section of the stands. So yeah, there was a lot of controversy on his college career. And that's the reason why he dropped so low. But he was highly productive at Georgia. Highly productive. Real good. Good segment. Best moment of opening day weekend.
Oh, that's easy for me. Come on, man. That's easy for me. Don Smith hitting that grand slam. And it's the overall totality of that moment for me because 13 days prior to that, his mama died from cancer. 13 days prior to that, and he stayed with the team. And to get that moment, your team down 2-0, this is why in my previews I said the Royals, can their offense catch up with their pitching? They have pitching, and they showed that all 3 games of that series. But for him to come up in a moment like that, pressure on, knowing what you just had to experience almost 2 weeks prior to, and to hit that home run in that moment, I don't know, there ain't no way I could like try to simulate how he had to feel in that moment to do something like that. I mean, that for me, that's just, it's not Disney, because it ain't just me being a homer and saying the Braves. It's the full on meaning of that moment with Dom Smith hitting that grand slam. Just because you saw when I made the TikTok video when I stitched the homer, you could see as a person who's still blessed to have his mom, it's like I can't even imagine what he had to be, what he's feeling and what he's going through right now to lose his mom like that, and to be able to deliver such a moment like that. I can only imagine what he's feeling right now. I really can. So that was the best moment for me, but there were so many moments and players that stood out. Like you look at Chase DeLauder, the way he tortured Seattle. What else was there? Gosh, I mean, it was a lot of just what was it that Saturday? I think he had like 5 walk-offs that day alone. Just I was hoping opening weekend would cook, and it did. It really did. I mean, it like Chase DeLauder, Munetaka Murakami, Okamoto with the Blue Jays. Those are 3 rookies who they showed me exactly who I thought they were. And I think they're all gonna they're gonna show up and show. I think they're all gonna have really, really good rookie season. I think those three would have been my top three for American League Rookie of the Year, no matter what. And then you got McGonagall in Detroit as well, who's playing good ball. Those are like my top four right now. I think, but yeah, if I mean just off of the emotion of the moment, if I had to single one out for me, it's Dom Smith hitting that grand slam. It's the full moment and it's the full circle of it, and just just sending prayers and condolences out to that man. But at the same time, you can't get a better welcome to Atlanta moment than that. Just from like the lows of losing your mom like that to winning a game. Like, shout out to him. And I hope he's just something like that. You have to relish in, and you just have to you can't take nothing. You can't take nothing for granted, man. So yeah, I gotta shout out Dom Smith on that one. That was remarkable.
Flash man.
I mean, you took the most emotional thing out of it. I'm just gonna go the hometown route and say the Miz at 23 years old, striking out 11 players, and Yelich doing a pinch hit going yard. Like I'm just, the Brewers had a very heartbreaking season last season. And I think as a lot of Brewers fans, we thought after last season that it was going to be like the possibility for starting out flat, and it kind of started that way. I mean, he gave up a home run right away, and then it was just kind of ugh. And the Brewers and they came back. The bats came alive, and then they pulled off the win. The Miz just looked great. So it gives me a little bit of hope as a Brewers fan that this team isn't dead yet.
I picked y'all to win the division again, though.
Yeah, I don't think I still think the talent's there, even though we traded Peralta. But I think, like I said, there was that feeling after the run with the Bible stuck up our ass last year, and then just getting humbled by the Dodgers, and fuck the Dodgers, but whatever. That's a whole nother.
You ran in Yamamoto. Don't feel bad. That's one of them God tier type of runs that happens once every 10 years.
It was one of those, like I said, it's one of those, like, when you have that type of year and for it to just,
yeah, I understand.
So I think the fear that I had was them coming out emotionally flat and defeated. And so far that has not looked like the case at all. I mean, it's not like it's the White Sox, don't get me wrong, but they don't.
The White Sox are going to. I think the White Sox are going to be better than people are giving them credit for this year.
Yes, that I 100% agree with. They are going to.
I love even with them trading Luis Robert. I love their offense.
Yes,
it wouldn't shock me if they had a top 10 American League offense. It wouldn't shock me if they had a top 10 offense in the league this year. Like, I love their offense.
All right. People are giving the Toronto Blue Jays a lot of flack as of lately. They gave them a lot of flack for posting up their banner for the ALCS. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all agree with the flack that they're getting, or is that something to be celebrated at this point?
No. They should absolutely post their American. They should absolutely hang their American League Championship banner. I have no problem with that.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
I have no problem with that.
A lot of talking heads on TV was giving them a lot of grief, and they was telling them, "Hey, you had a chance of a lifetime." In order,
you only see banners and shit like that in fucking high school gyms. Sorry, maybe that's just me being a hard ass.
No, I have no problem.
The champ knows I'm right. You just see that shit in fucking high school gyms. Third place in the 1994 state semifinals. It's like I don't know. To me, the rafters should be for championships only. That's it. Not for good for yous.
An American League Championship is not a good for you because
it is because you didn't win the World Series.
Okay,
I mean,
but
and the thing
they
is,
haven't been back since what, 93?
Well, the thing is, look, because of you guys. Look, I hadn't, and look, I'm gonna just be real in front of the live studio audience. Unless it's the Braves, prior to meeting y'all, I really didn't give a shit about it. I'm just gonna be real. If the Braves, only thing I love to see about baseball is the Braves winning and the Yankees losing. If that happened in 1 week, my week was complete. I'm just being real. But that was one of the few World Series that I sat up and watched. And the thing is, we was talking to each other the entire one. It was just like we was waiting for that Joe Carter moment. We was waiting for that Joe Carter moment. He's getting the statue, by the way. About damn time, by the way. But we was waiting for that moment, and you had them down 4-2. You had them down, and it's just like you just couldn't seal the deal. You had them down, and it was just unfortunate. You just couldn't seal the deal. You choked it away, so to speak, I would say. But you had them down. You had a chance in order to win that game. So I understand why they're getting flack. Do I think it deserves to be something to celebrate it? Nah. Would I celebrate it? Hell no. I don't think you. I mean, I don't think you should celebrate. Becoming the second place.
Man, your first American League championship in 20 some odd years. You can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Look, man. Look, I'm just gonna be real. Look. Look. I'm gonna just be real. I love my Atlanta Falcons. But you will never see me with that damn NFC Championship jersey on. No, you will never see me with that on. Hell no.
I would have sucked in a heartbeat. See, I'm not in this ring culture crap like all these folks here, man. That junk get on my damn nerve, bro.
Well, it's not ring culture.
Yeah, that's ring culture. You know what? Okay, look, this whole the only reason why there's pushback on ring culture is because it shits on LeBron and Jordan argument. That's the only reason that argument ever came up. You know what every player in the National Hockey League, in Major League Baseball, and the NBA, and the NFL, at the end of the day, what do they ask each other? How many rings do you got?
How many championships do you have?
It is ring culture.
Championships. Yeah, and the thing is, ring culture has always existed throughout history. It doesn't. No matter how we slice it, it's about winning championships.
But here's my thing. Though. I have Michael Jordan as my girl. Yeah, the rings are a part of it, but it's a part of it, not the part of it. Look at the totality. Look at Michael Jordan and look at how he peaked and look at how everybody else peaked.
I'm not saying that it's the only thing, but if you're looking at team accomplishments, and I look at banners, if you have been I've been lucky enough to go to TD Gardens, or I hate calling it TD. I've been lucky enough to go to the Boston Garden or the new Boston Garden. Okay, all right. I didn't go. I wasn't in awe of Eastern Conference Finals champions. You're
how many y'all got?
You're in
how many the Celtics got?
What?
How many the Celtics got?
But I'm saying I'm not in awe of that. I'm in awe of the championship banners.
They got 16. I know you would
be. But that's my point, though.
That's 18.
But I'm saying in a culture like Boston, a culture like LA, okay, y'all used to it. Everybody ain't used to it.
Yeah,
but you are the first. Look, the thing is this. Like I said, do I have a problem with it? No. Am I going to celebrate it? Hell no. The thing is, I feel like I'm the first that lost. Just being real. It's just the thing is, if I don't get the promotion, I'm not going to sit up on the desk and separate. Well, I'm still the assistant manager. Fuck that. I want to be the manager.
Every year when the Patriots went to the Super Bowl, when they started those media night things and they all came out in those Nike jackets and shit like that, every fucking year I bought one. I bought one the year that they played Philly and they lost. You know what that thing does? And that thing was $175. You know what that thing does? It sits in my fucking closet and I don't put it on at all. You know why? Because they didn't finish the job. It just
And the thing is, you're forgotten. Some of the greatest teams of all time, no matter who they are, they're forgotten because they didn't win the chip. Look at what happened with Jose Canseco and one of Mark McGuire's teams. They got forgotten all day. They won 100-something game. Remember that Seattle Mariners team? They got forgotten. They won. I think they set the record at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
a lot of teams are forgotten because you don't win a ring. Some of the greatest would-be teams of all time are forgotten because they didn't win rings. In the great words of Nelly, shout out to Nelly, St. Louis. We're going to talk about St. Louis in a minute, by the way. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers.
I think the other part of that too is, and you're right, Champ, that there are so many. Like, I love bringing up the 1990s Bills teams. I think those are some of the greatest NFL teams we'll ever see. They just happened to run into a fucking dynasty and had some bad luck. I think, I think there are teams like the 2000 whatever year, the Mariners. I think
2001 Mariners.
I think those early 90s.
How many games they won?
116. They tied the American League record.
I think those early 90s Braves teams with those pitching staffs and only getting 1 ring out of that is like a travesty. I think I look as a Packer fan, look at all the NFC Championship.
The teams they played.
You don't blame Bobby Cox for any of that?
No, it's.
I blame him for leaving Tom Glavine in that damn game with the flu.
Yeah, that's revisionist shit. Yeah. That's like 2029. What?
He had the flu.
And Michael Jordan
keep an eye on me out there. Why would you keep him in?
And Michael Jordan had the flu, and Roger Clemens had a bloody sock, and
Kurt Schilling had a bloody sock.
I'm sorry, Kurt Schilling had a bloody sock.
You mean Mr. Stay Puft?
Yeah, like they, But my point is though, if he leaves him in and he does great, nobody questions
it.
And it looks like one of the greatest gutsy calls of all time. That just happens. It just, I just think, they ran into the Yankees, and that's why, Champ, you and I all 3 of us have a hatred for the fucking Yankees. But
again, the thing is, that one I believe we could have won had he pulled Glavine.
Oh, I mean,
had he pulled Glavine, I think we would have won.
I have things like that too. Like, I firmly believe that if Belichick doesn't bench Malcolm Butler for that whole Super Bowl, they win that Super Bowl.
Did they ever say why he did that shit?
Nope.
It's never been revealed, and I don't think it ever will until somebody writes a book after Belichick dies. I still am. I get like maybe benching him for the start of the game or something, but what was so egregious that
he didn't play
the whole game,
that he didn't play at all.
Your number 1 corner all year, but Chandler Jones went on a fucking drug-fueled rampage. You're like,
he went on a John Jones.
Yeah.
How the fuck
and
you
get
you on a crack binge?
What?
He went on a crack binge, didn't?
I don't know, it was crack, but it wasn't.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. He went on a crack binge.
It was he's fine. He'll play. Like, I still to this day maintain that Brady should have 8 rings just based on that's besides the 28-3 game. No offense, or no, not to bring up that game again, but. Besides that game, that's Brady. Go back and watch Brady in that game. He is unfucking real in that game. Like, he threw for 500 yards. Like, he was him and Gronk were.
They were destroying the Philly defense.
Dude, it was insane. And I still say to this day, I almost, if I ever saw Belichick in a bar somewhere, I'd fucking hold him hostage to demand an answer. And if that asshole said something like it was best for the football team, I'd smack the living shit out of him. There's no, barring Malcolm Butler sleeping with his wife or something, I don't know what he could have done.
I don't know either, bro. I'm still trying
it can't be that bad. Because if it was anything legal, it'd be public record.
Facts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what
was so bad?
Yeah, I mean, that's a question for the day ages. But for the next question, let's go to St. Louis. What are y'all thoughts? And I know we normally don't talk about shit like this, but this is baseball season. And I gotta ask this. What do y'all think about that $29.99 all you could eat in St. Louis at the ballpark there?
God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. That is one of the greatest deals I have ever heard for a concession in any ballpark. God bless who came up with that idea. Because let me tell you something, St. Louis is one of the better baseball cities in this entire country. And that for me, that's like the staff giving that entire freaking city a thank you for being such good fans over the decades and decades of baseball there. God bless who came up with that idea, because any group of fans deserve it. It's St. Louis Cardinal fans, bro.
I hate the Cardinals with a fucking fiery passion, almost as much as I hate the Cubs. But I gotta say something. The biggest issue when it comes to going to any game nowadays, any game, I'll put it this way: I got free Milwaukee Buck tickets, 4th row. Fucking not, but 4th row, free tickets through work. Okay, I still dropped a couple $100 at the game. Still, and I got free tickets. Parking and
wow.
Like now, I got some merch, but even if I take out the merch out of it, like eating Chick-fil-A there was like $60, and then parking was $50, and then
Hey, parking will kill your ass.
I don't wrong. All the reason I paid for parking was because the weather was really shitty that night. Otherwise, I would have parked like 6 blocks away and just would have walked. But I also don't like walking with my 8-year-old downtown. So kudos to St. Louis for giving that. That's been the biggest thing. When I was a kid skipping school and going to Brewers opening day, you know, I could get bleacher seats for like $2. I could literally have $15, and I can hop on a bus, go down to County Stadium, scalp some bleacher tickets. Now I'd probably get a beer bottle bounced off my head, but whatever. But I get tickets for $2 right before the game, and I'd still have money left over to get a hot dog, some chips, and a soda, and hop on a bus back to my house with $15. And now, dude, a family of 4, like, can you imagine trying to take like your wife, and your 2 kids to a baseball game now?
Right. Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
$500. So the fact that St. Louis came out and did this 29 all you can eat shit,
I'll take that. Yeah.
It's right up there with what Arthur Blank does in Atlanta.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Sessions, like it's so
like like in Atlanta, you can get like a full course meal for like $30. Like you can't beat that.
You can eat. You can get a. I cannot wait to go to the Atlanta United game this weekend for the soccer game, because I get to go back to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, you can take $20 in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. If you take your girl there,
you're good.
You're still gonna have a good ass time. Because I think a hot dog up there costs like $3.
I got to get up there this year.
Look, I'm gonna just be real. BRF, I'm gonna get a pair of Braves tickets. Mark my words, before the end of this year, I'm gonna get a pair of Braves tickets. And if I gotta come to Madison, Georgia, and pick your ass up myself, we're going to a Braves game this year. If I gotta come and get you my damn self, we're going to a Braves game this year, because I'm going to see Atlanta United. I already saw a bunch of Hawks games, and the Hawks are 5-0 this year when I showed up.
And they're beating, and right now, and I don't want to jinx, but right now they're kind of putting it on the Celtics right now.
Yeah, they beating the shit out of the Celtics. But it definitely makes me happier than the bastards losing. So it makes me happy.
Well, the thing with the Hawks is when they went on that winning streaks, everybody was like, "Well, you ain't beat nobody," and it's like, and then they finally. And then, like, they played the Magic. And then, now check this out. Champ, I hate to use the Lakers as an example of this, but I got to use the Lakers as an example for this. They beat the Magic, beat the daylights out the Magic. Oh, well, the Magic had like 3 or 4 players injured. Da, 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 da. The Lakers beat the Magic on a game-winning shot. Oh, the Lakers went to Orlando and beat a playoff team. Man, fuck y'all, man. That made me so mad. The Lakers beat a playoff team.
Currently, let me see where my Lakers are right about now, because I got a quick question. Do y'all think it's a possibility? I know we're still on baseball, but real quick, y'all think it's a possibility that we see Lakers versus Celtics this year?
Yeah,
it's a possibility. It's for the first time in a while, we could absolutely get that matchup in the finals because both teams are actually really, really good this year. Very, 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 very good chance. Honestly, that's probably one of my 3 favorites as far as like matchups I'm expecting to see. If I had like a heat meter as far as like if you give me like a certain matchup where how hot the meter would be, Lakers Celtics is hot on my it's hot on my list. Like I would not be surprised if we got that matchup.
Okay.
I'm honestly in a year where there's a lot of NBA turmoil, ratings are kind of ass. There's a lot of question marks about viewership, and I mean everybody's turning on inside the NBA. Like
Adam Silver would cry if we got a Lakers Celtics final. Adam Silver would cry.
Don't be shocked if there's a rigged Celtics Lakers final. I'm just gonna say it. It would be too
convenient.
I mean,
very convenient. You know, viewership is on the line. Expansion is coming.
Yeah,
Lakers Celtics.
Yeah, it would be. You got LeBron, you got Luka with his ex-wife storyline and him going on a rampage. You got the Tatum coming back from an injury in the Celtics. Then you got the whole Celtics Lakers history. Like it would totally take away from all of the pustules on the NBA's face right now.
My only pushback is
Wemby
and the Oklahoma City Thunder, because I don't think the Lakers can beat either one of them in the 7-game series because they don't have the front court to do it.
Yeah,
I think they can beat Oklahoma City. I
don't think we could beat.
I still don't think they can beat Oklahoma City. I don't think they have the. I don't think we can beat the Spurs. I don't think the Lakers have the front court. I don't.
Here's the reason why I think OKC is vulnerable versus the San Antonio's not. I think
Wemby.
I think literally if OKC wins another title, people will boycott the league. Like they hate that team that much. I think people.
I don't understand why, because the thing is, here's my thing, and I don't mean to interrupt you, Flash. I apologize in advance.
You're fine.
The thing is, that's the personification on how a team is supposed to be built.
I think it's purely the way they play.
It's the way they play.
It's purely the way they play.
I understand that.
I love the way they're built.
But the thing is, we bitched and moaned so damn much about super teams. We bitched and moaned so much about super teams. Super team. Yep. Okay.
Well, but it ain't that. It's not that. And it's not even just how they play. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Why?
Yeah.
Because of the ridiculous amount of fouls he draws.
And on top of it,
nobody complained about that when it was Shaq.
That's Shaq.
No, but Shaq wasn't
the foul. Shaq. You look at some of the fouls Shai Gilgeous-Alexander have drawn, which have been phantom calls. I kind of understand it a little bit.
I also think that the amount he makes Luka look like Luka never whines about calls. I hate how Luka cries all the time.
He cries about everything,
dude. And Shai is, and again, this is part of the reason why viewership is down. It's a terrible game to watch. It's not fun to watch. And I'm not saying I need, I'll do a 1980s, Pistons Bulls 82 to 83 game over that shit any day of the week.
We have the Philadelphia 76ers beating the Chicago Bulls 157 to 137.
Yeah, the fact I love how they're built. But on top of it, like, what's his face? The other dude, he makes Draymond Green look like, Draymond Green's a saint. Like that dude purposely, like, there's a difference.
He's talking about Lou Dort.
Yeah, like there's a difference between
I like Lou Dort. Dude, I love Lou Dort.
There's a difference between Draymond Green, like, just being mildly dirty. That dude tries to get people hurt.
He's the modern day version of Bill Laimbeer.
I have a difference between like going after a dude's knees, like how Dort has done, versus like just being dirty as fuck. Like there's just a different level of it. I've always felt like I'm kind of that old school dude that's like, you can go after my head, that's fine. You want to swing an elbow, that's fine. Don't touch my fucking knees. Don't touch my legs. That's your moneymaker is your legs. You just don't do that. And I just watching that dude, like, I always hated it when guys would go up for 3-pointers and they just, the defender would put a foot under where they're going to land. Like, that's fucked up. Like that's
because, like I said, Bill Laimbeer used to do that. And I never forget an interview that Larry Bird did with Bill Simmons. He said, "Yeah, I hate Bill Laimbeer, and I would never talk to Bill Laimbeer." He said, "I knew with Rick Mahorn, he was gonna get hit, he's gonna hurt, he was gonna hit you. But with Bill Laimbeer, he was trying to maim your ass out there." He said, "I want to beat his ass every time I saw it."
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a huge difference between being dirty and then trying to hurt people.
Being flagrant.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a difference. You go to the hole. You go to the hole and you catch a forearm to the fucking chest or whatever, or you get clotheslined. Like it's a little different. It just is versus trying to legit, like, it's, again, I have a problem when you go after somebody's knees and ankles. I just do. It's just shady as shit. It's like, at least when you go to the hole and you like give it to somebody, it's like a mano thing. Going after it's like a snake. I hate snakes. I hate that shit. And I think that's the problem. I love the way OKC was built. I wish teams were built like that, or built like the 2021 Milwaukee Bucks. Like, I love teams that are built that way, that earn it along the way, and it's an organic thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they play, like, dude, I'd get suspended for 50 games because I'd just start fucking. The way they play, I would start. I would go full on. I'd go full on Bobby Knight and start grabbing fucking chairs and just start. Like, it would be.
He said, "I get suspended for 50 games." God.
Oh, it'd be over. I do the way again. It's just like that, because it wouldn't even be me that if they did something to me. But the first time I would see them do something to one of my teammates. Oh,
but I think, but me personally though, I want the Western Conference Finals to be Oklahoma City and San Antonio, because I think San Antonio is the only team that's constructed right now that can handle. Not just beat, manhandle the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think San Antonio beats them in 5.
That's
right
now.
I
want.
They're the youngest team in the NBA right now.
Mm-hmm. I think San Antonio beats them in 5 right now.
Did you know Harper was 19 years old?
Dylan Harper's 19. Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, Dylan Harper's 19, and he's already that good.
Yeah,
I love San Antonio. I just love that franchise. They're the. Wemby has the opportunity. If he stays healthy, if Wemby stays healthy, he has the opportunity to be the greatest player of all time.
If I was listening to shout out to Chilltown, he's one of my favorites on TikTok to listen to. If we get a decade out of Victor Wembanyama, the numbers he's going to put up are going to be astronomical. Like, if we get a decade out of him,
again, it would take. The what he would have to do to surpass Michael Jordan, but he's the first player that I look at and go, fuck, he could really do it. I never believed that LeBron could surpass Jordan. I just never could. But Wemby is so special Like he defies physics.
7'5" doing 7'5" doing some of the stuff he does.
Dude, like there was a play that I forgot who, and somebody was like, somebody made a comment. I wish I could remember on TikTok who it was, but like when you would go under the rim, that was rim protection for the offensive player. If you drove baseline and went under the rim, you were protected. Wemby literally went under the rim with him, with his wingspan, and blocked the shot in the reverse layup. Like it's not physically possible. Like,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
He's getting a new Wilt.
I know, because he could shoot.
He could shoot.
Wilt could shoot.
Not like Wemby. Not like Wemby. Wemby's taking logo threes, nailing it.
He's like, it's like it. Okay, maybe not this good of a shooter, obviously, but like, it's like if you put Steph Curry in a fucking 7'5" body.
He's
with better defensive skills.
He's Wilt with Dirk's ability to shoot, with to an extent Steph's ability to handle the ball. That's and
Olajuwon's ability to
Olajuwon's footwork.
Like that's fucked up.
That's insane.
The scary thing is, let's see if the kid can actually put some fucking muscle on his body.
He weighs like 230. Yeah, he got up to like 230.
Like remember when Giannis first started, and it was like, fuck, if the kid ever puts some muscle on, holy shit! And look what happened. He put some muscle on. Like,
I don't think Wemby needs to get that big.
No, not that big.
He don't need to get that big, but
let him get even stronger.
Yeah, like if we're like a 7'5", 240, 245 Wembanyama just tank, just let him have the lead for the next.
How do you stop
8 to 10 years? You don't.
It's one thing. It's one thing when, like, if you look, like, to me, he will become the most dominant player on the basketball court since Shaquille O'Neal, since prime Shaq. And I don't mean it's like, and I mean physically dominant. Like, I mean, like all you kiddos that just know Shaq from giggling at Charles Barkley jokes on inside the NBA. Go watch Prime Shaq. Like go watch, and I'm not talking about just go like
Orlando Shaq
when he's running full court, like with Kobe. Like go that early Shaq. That Shaq when he leaves
when he first got to the Lakers.
When he gets to the Lakers, and they still hadn't reached championship level yet, but like
when Darryl Harris was the coach.
Yeah,
like just go watch that early Shaq, and you will understand when I say the most dominant, like, physical force to ever walk onto, in my opinion, any type of field, court, anything.
I think I've
never been a player.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
The pure
power,
physical, like, power, speed. Like, the only person that I can think of
Reggie White
would be Reggie White or Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
Those are the only two people that had that, like, strength and speed.
I would put Derrick Henry in that conversation too. Derrick Henry's 250, running 4.4.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
I would put Derrick Henry in that.
Like,
I know what you're saying because Bo Jackson. I know it. Yeah, I would.
But there's a little bit of like there's like where the thing that Derrick is, there's not that like scary aura around Henry that there was about Reggie White and Shaq. Like where it was. Right?
No, that was I mean, Derrick Henry single-handedly ran his team to an AFC championship. I'm gonna just be real. Had it not been for his injuries after the 2,000-yard season, he probably would have ran for another 2,000. Because remember, he was only 7 games in, and he already had over 900 yards.
Because my thing with Derrick Henry is like Bo Jackson was the type. Even with his speed, he was the type I guess he would look to kind of he would look to kind of run people over. And Derrick Henry's just one of those, like, he's not necessarily running to contact. You just bounce off him. You just yeah, you just bounce off him, or he Josh Normans you and throws you into the third row of the bench. Like you just he doesn't look to run over you. You just not gonna get him down that easy. You're gonna bounce off him.
Now I'm not saying Derrick Henry was slow, because he is not slow at all. Like there's
and he's still not, which is crazy.
No, I know. But when you watch Bo Jackson's speed, like nobody that big should be able to move that fast.
Oh, Bo was a legit 4.3. Like he was legit.
I don't even think 4. I think
he might have been faster.
I think it was a legit like high 4.1.
Good God.
Like 235 of solid fucking muscle. Like and Reggie White is still, again, to this day, I have been lucky. I was lucky enough to meet him. I've met guys like the Big Show. I've seen the Great Khali in person. Like Reggie White is still the biggest man I have ever encountered, and I've met the Big Show. Like Reggie White just had. I know I'm a big person on like presence and aura. Like there was just something. Like it just like I never like with the Big Show. I was like, holy fuck, you're huge. With Reggie, it was like
I'm supposed to talk to you now. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, like it's like holy shit. Like it just
it's
a different feeling. It just and but we go to like when to circle it back to Wemby. Dude, if that kid can stay healthy, but oh boy, like
like I think we really haven't had anybody. Well, Giannis was for a little while. I think Hakeem's the greatest two-way player ever. Giannis was like challenging that, but with injuries that's kind of knocked him off. Wemby can be that one to like, okay, greatest two-way player of all time. Okay, I'm coming for that.
It honestly, if Giannis, a little bit of the injuries, the other part of it too is like his limitations as a shooter.
That too.
If Giannis had just gotten a little bit better as a shooter, he would have probably been up there with the greatest two-way player like ever.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit, my bad.
You're good.
I think the age for the method.
I think that's the what kills the Giannis, and I love Giannis. I mean,
Braves beat the A's. Hawks about to beat the Celtics.
What?
I said the Braves beat the A's and the Hawks about to beat the Celtics.
And South Carolina is down by like 1 point.
So they're playing TCU.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that South Carolina pulls this off. They would beat the shit out of the team as lately. This is one of the teams.
But I seriously thought like Giannis was about to like it was like after he won that championship when they beat Phoenix, I thought he was just well on his way. Because he, in my opinion, he had already played himself in the top 5 power forward of all time conversations after that championship. He had already played himself into that.
Okay, I have a legit question here.
Okay.
Who was the driving force for getting rid of Budenholzer? Who do you think?
The GM.
I think it's GM. I think Giannis had a play in that too. I think Giannis kind of got tired of his style and how he coached. I think Giannis had a say so in that.
Who was the deciding factor between getting rid of
Griffin?
I think it was Giannis. I think
so too.
I think Giannis got Adrian Griffin fired, and I think ultimately he had say so as far as bringing Doc Rivers overrated butt to Milwaukee.
Yep, I think that's the thing that nobody here in Milwaukee, and I think nationwide that's the thing that everybody's afraid to say. Nobody talks about it.
Nobody wants to admit it, but I think there's truth. Nobody wants to admit it, but I think Giannis had to say so and all that.
Yep, I firmly believe that the reason why Budenholzer's gone and Griffin's gone is because of Giannis.
I think so too.
I'll tell you right now, this franchise would be way better off if they would I don't know how the fuck you can get rid of a guy that got you your first championship in fucking 50 years.
That's what I'm saying. Mike Budenholzer, I think, is one of the most underrated coaches of the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just Milwaukee.
Series is because Giannis got hurt.
Yeah, and it wasn't just what he did with Milwaukee. Look what he did with Atlanta before he went to Milwaukee. That should tell you how good of a coach he was. Winning 60 games. Yeah, 4 All-Stars in Atlanta, winning 60 games here. That should tell you what type of coach he was.
Only reason we go to the finals because of LeBron.
Exactly.
And the thing is, did Budenholzer have limitations? Yes. I'm not sitting here saying he's fucking Phil Jackson.
He's not perfect, but he's a hell of a
coach. This whole franchise, I guarantee if they keep Budenholzer, they have another ring. They have one more.
I can see that. I can see that too.
One more. I think they have one more ring. As long as Giannis stays healthy, of course, I think they get one more. I'm not saying any more than that, but I think they do definitely get one more. I think it's because Giannis is so beloved in this town, nobody wants to say and make him the bad guy. And I don't think I'm not trying to make him the bad guy. I just think that's reality. I think he pushed for it, and I think the franchise probably freaked out. You know, those are the times you need a Pat Riley, when Pat Riley is willing to say, like, nah, fuck you, like we're not playing this game. And you know, yeah. So yeah.
So get back to baseball. Will the CBA stop negotiations next season?
I personally think there's going to be some form of work stoppage in Major League Baseball. I don't want there to be, but I personally think there's going to be, because I just think there's just, for me, I think the biggest driving force behind it is going to be like revenue share. It's like revenue sharing, salary cap, the media deals, and all that stuff.
So, look, I need y'all to educate me a little bit. So the local TV deals, they don't exist anymore in baseball, do they?
Well, the Braves just got Braves Vision.
I think the Brewers, they used to go through like Bally Sports.
A lot of the teams, I think, still do.
They have something to that effect. I'd have to dig a little bit deeper, but I think there still are local deals.
Okay.
We're about to get Seth Rollins and Gunther for WrestleMania.
Boo.
I kind of figured they were going to go this route. Paul, because Gunther's the career killer and all that stuff. Paul, he's like a hired mercenary. Paul Heyman wants him to take him out.
I think it will be a work stoppage, just a small one, not a very, very big one. But because I don't think that these players want to hear anything about a damn salary cap, and I wouldn't either. You're not going to sit around here and try to cap me out when my turn is coming up. And look, people can talk about the Dodgers all they want to. People can talk about that, but there's been teams with higher payrolls that haven't done anything. I mean, that's just the thing. There's been teams with higher payrolls that have not done anything. They're the top 3 payrolls that have not done anything.
I don't think it's necessarily just the argument about the payroll.
And
it's who they're bringing in at the same time and how they're doing it.
I understand that, but the thing is, the Braves had done it for years. It's kind of like the whole Notre Dame effect. People never bitch and moan about Notre Dame being independent until they start winning. People never bitch and moan about the salary cap until the Braves or the Dodgers, well, not the Braves, well, the Dodgers or the Yankees, they start winning. And the thing is, these teams that they were released from, they had an opportunity to bring these guys back. The only reason why, the only pass that I will kind of give them is Freddie. It's because his damn agent lied, and lo and behold, he fired his ass, when he found out about it, because they said he wasn't going to match the deal. But come to find out, he was. But when you really put things into perspective, a lot of those other teams, they had a chance to re-sign those guys. They had a chance.
The Los Angeles Anaheim Angels was in no way, shape, or form going to keep Shohei Ohtani.
You had a chance to sign him.
You were not, bro. he was not coming back to the Angels. Let's be real. And then when you look at the money he got from the Dodgers, no, he ain't no way he's coming back.
And how they structured that deal,
and how they structured the deal.
I'd have gave him the damn franchise. I give you 25% of franchise. You come back.
Like and how they structured the deal. Like you getting $2 million a year for 10 years, and then after the contract's up and you retire, then the $68 million a year kick in for the next 10 years. I'm like, come on, bro.
By the way, that should be illegal.
Like that's what I'm saying. It's not like I say. See, that's
I'm serious. That's
no. What I'm saying is,
he said
it's not. It
should be.
Yeah. See, my thing is, it's not that we're mad about them getting players, because at the end of the day, look, I'm all for a team. If you want to win, you go get them. I'm not like, it's just like I said, it's the structure of the Ohtani deal to make it work like that. Then you get him, and then it's Glass now, it's Blake Snell, it's Kyle Tucker, it's Edwin Diaz, it's top 5 to 6. It's top 5 to 6 players at their respective positions, and they're getting them all at the same time. I don't have a problem with it, but some of them contracts is like.
I'll be blunt about it. I have a problem with it. I have a problem with the fact that they can just literally keep. Now, get me wrong. Just because you buy players doesn't mean you win titles. But
when you have to structure contracts a certain way to get them in, it's like
baseball is a little different, where buying a championship is a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Like, look at the Marlins. They did it twice.
The Marlins?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. 97 and 03. They
were just like, fuck it.
They spent money for them championships.
Spent money for those 2 years. They won a title, and they're like, all right, and then they cut everybody.
Then they sold the next year.
Yep. So in baseball, it's a lot easier to do that. And so I just have an issue with. That's why I think it was, when the Brewers and the Dodgers played last year in that series, it was a lot of people were bringing up, a lot of pundits were bringing up the fact that this is like, okay, what do you like better? Do you like being structured through the draft and drafting prospects and homegrown players? Or do you like, the glitz and glamour and blah, 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 this kind of shit? And I will always be for building a team organically more. I'm not saying you don't make trades at all, but there's a difference between like basically just buying your whole team and not having a lot of homegrown talent. Like it's just like, at least you go look at the early 90s and mid 90s and late 90s Yankees. I mean, at least there's homegrown talent there.
Yeah, Jeter.
Yeah, Jeter. You had Jeter. You had Bernie. You had Mariano.
Yeah, like
the core was built.
Yeah,
it was homegrown.
And then they just went and added.
Then they went stupid. Signing like a Wetland and Brocious and guys like that.
Posada was homegrown talent.
Posada was homegrown.
So like your core is homegrown, and then I can respect that and go and get guys like Paul O'Neill and shit like that. Like, I'm okay with that. Like that, I'm not going to get mad about that. I'm mad because they're the fucking Yankees. But like, if you really look back at those teams, there's so much homegrown talent there that like everybody kind of forgets that part of it. So I can respect
the only homegrown name I know of with the Dodgers right now is Will Smith. It's a catcher. That's it. He's the only one I know.
Like the Freddie Freeman, it's really because I love Freddie Freeman. It's so hard to hate him, and I want to hate him because he's on the fucking Dodgers. This is like one of the only situations, being an Atlanta sports fan, I can legit root for somebody. I root for Freddie Freeman because I want nothing bad to happen to him. I want nothing bad to happen to that man. That man helped us win a title. I want nothing bad to happen to him. I want nothing bad to happen to him.
At certain points, I'm just gonna be real. It's my turn to win championships at one point, and then after that, it's my turn to get paid. And I had no problem with him getting paid. It was just a shady ass way that the agent did,
and it was
get it done.
It was because Atlanta, because when you think about the terms of the deals that were offered, the Braves had a better deal on the table. It's just that the agent didn't get with them, The Braves because the agent didn't call him, so the Braves just took it like, oh, he's not going to say anything. They did what any smart GM front office would do in that situation. They got Matt Olson, and the rest is history. So,
yeah, but I really think there will be a stoppage because, like I said, I think that salary cap is going to get in the way of a lot of things. It's going to get away because you're not about to cut no salary when it's my turn to come up. It's just like a company said, well, we're going to cap you off at $80,000 when it's my turn to make 130. You better kiss my ass.
I think that's going to be the problem.
Yeah.
I think that was Bryce Harper. You listened to him in an interview like a month or so ago, and he's talking about, fuck that. I don't want a salary cap.
Hell no. Look, I'm going to just be real. In the great words of Jamie Foxx off of bait, when it's my turn to get paid and you want me to take a damn cut, and all of a sudden you want to implement all this bullshit, you kiss my ass with your tongue out. I'm not doing that.
And I think that's part of the problem that we're going to run into right now is like, how do you do this effectively? Is the salary floor the answer?
Salary floor. I think there should be a salary floor. And I believe, and look, and I know exactly what they call the salary floor. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? What I would love to call the salary floor. Y'all ready? The David Glass rule. That's what I would call it. The David Glass rule. Y'all remember how fucking horrible the damn Kansas City Royals was up under David Glass?
Yeah, they were trash.
Yeah,
they
were
trash. And he didn't spend no damn money.
He spent squat.
That's what I would call it, the David Glass rule.
They didn't spend squat. You have to spend something in a year.
They had the lowest payroll every year he was in the damn league.
Yeah,
every single year.
I think I kind of lean towards that. I think there should be a floor. You got to spend something.
Yeah, I will call it. We will implement the David Glass rule.
Yeah, like I think now
talk about his ass like a dog when he was an owner.
Now, question for both of y'all. If you implement the salary floor, where do you start it at? Like teams have to spend this amount on payroll in a given offseason, season, whatever. Where would you start it at?
I think it needs to be a certain percentage of your revenue. I don't think it should be an exact number.
But a certain percentage of revenue. Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong, and maybe I'm naive, but I look at it as a percentage. Like you need to send like a certain percentage of your revenue. That's what you have to spend.
Okay.
Because the Yankees are obviously pulling in, and the Dodgers are pulling way more fucking money.
Exactly. Every team ain't gonna pull in the same revenue, so I can see.
So you can't be like, well, the Brewers have to spend 100 blah 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 million. So do the Yankees.
Yeah, right.
The Yankees are gonna blow it. It doesn't solve the issue.
Right.
It doesn't. You're just continuing the issue. I think you just need to do a certain percentage per team. So because then it still incentivizes teams to make money but also spend money. Like you got to have a little bit of both.
Okay.
So, that's my solution to it. But then again, I don't know. I don't like the idea of a salary cap either, though, because I don't think. But then again, like I also think that these like Major League Baseball contracts are fucking way overinflated,
bro. Well, the thing is, you can it's easier to get 10, 15 years out of a baseball player than it is in any other sport. Like that's how come you see a lot of. That's the reason why you see a lot of other sports. They're on the line for like 5, maybe 6 years. The average lifespan for a Major League Baseball player, you could play. I forget this player. He played 15 years. He signed for $1 million damn near every single year that he played. It's easy to get 15, maybe 10 years out of that. I think the longest contract that I've ever seen a player get in the NFL was Patrick Mahomes' contract. 10 years, $500 million. That's the longest contract because the average one is 5, maybe. You'll be lucky if it's an offensive line and you get a 7-year contract. But it's easier to get it's a lot of games, but the thing is the physicality is not as much as it is.
And baseball is an oddly weird team but individual sport.
Yeah.
It's a weirdly structured team sport. That's why I said it's the easiest out of all the sports. It's the easiest to buy a championship because individually, like, the guy sitting in the bench isn't affecting the way that, Christian Yelich goes up and bats.
Right.
It's still one-on-one, pitcher versus hitter. Now, is there a strategy? Like, I know I'm simplifying the game of baseball down a little bit, but is there strategies for like, oh, am I going to try to do this because of this position and blah, and how they are in the field, and well, should I do this because of how many runs were down and blah? Yes, obviously there's all that, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's one-on-one, and so it's not, Now, do the fielders affect it more? Yes, but it's just a weirdly structured team sport.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Salary cap is something else, man. Let's move into college basketball real quick before we get out of here. 2 quick topics. Thoughts on the shot from UConn?
Boy, I about jumped out the damn room when I saw that. I'm at some family's house. We grilling, we cooking out. Man, I'm sitting here watching the game, and I'm watching UConn just slowly come back. And then they inbound the ball, and I'm just thinking to myself, just get the ball past the half court line. Just get the ball past the half court line. And then they swat it, and then Braden Mullins take that shot, and I'm just like, I swear, I have my whole house. Like, I was watching the game in one room, and then family was watching the game in another room. Everybody was like, "Whoa, oh my God." Like, I heard the whole house like go off. And I'm just like, oh my God, what did I just see?
I left the gym when Duke was up by like 18, I think. And I was like, oh fuck, man, Duke's just giving it to him. And I left, I got home and gave the dog a walk, and all of a sudden I like opened up Facebook and I was like, what the fuck? And went and watched the final shot, and I'm like,
shout out to Paul Harrison because he called that shit too. Bless his heart.
wow.
Oh man, well, shout out to Harrison. But they made Harrison ask leave the chat last night.
Yes, he did.
They made him ask leave the chat last
But
night.
the thing is, I don't know why they were getting on him so much, because he actually called it. He's like, it wouldn't shock me if they lost. It wouldn't shock me if they blew the lead, because I don't trust. I saw it too. It would not shock me because I don't trust John Shire. And damn it, if Duke didn't blow that game, I'm like,
I mean, just the fact is to play that kind of defense and to force a turnover. Like, is that like a Chris Webber-ish choke job?
it's close. Like, it's to have a big lead like that with, like, I mean, there was time,
but like I also look at it like if you're trapped at midcourt, like he was, like almost at midcourt, like just hold the ball, just hold the ball,
or call the timeout.
Let him foul you.
Let him foul you.
Let him foul you. I think that was the most baffling. That's like the Chris Webber timeout thing.
This game is gonna go up there with like one of the most insane choke jobs we've seen in a tourney game. Yep. Duke should have won this game handily. And now, like, you go from Duke winning this game to now we might be sitting here talking about Arizona, Michigan being the de facto national championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right up there. I think it's this Duke game. And you got to put the Freddie Brown incident up there too. You know, the Georgetown incident. He passed the ball to the wrong player.
Man,
look dead at his head.
And the crazy thing about it, Braden Mullins had went 0 for 4 from 3 that whole game, and then picks that moment to finally sink one. And that sucker was pretty. Dude, I'm talking about that sucker didn't touch no metal going down.
You watch as soon as that ball leaves the air, all the Duke players just like.
Oh, I knew it was over as soon as it left his hand.
They knew it. I knew it. Like they went.
I knew it was over as soon as it left his hand.
It's just like their souls left their fucking body before that ball even reached its peak arc.
Yeah,
I
ain't gonna lie. The pace of that game and the emotion of that game, as soon as it left Braden Mullins' hands, I knew it was over. I knew he hit it. As soon as it left his hand.
Highlight, even though I knew the outcome, I was more looking around to the whole, like just the surroundings of it. And I was like, oh, Jesus, like they knew it was going in.
Mm-hmm.
They knew it. They absolutely 100% knew it was going in. And it was hilarious to watch.
Oh no, I'm watching Raw. I'm watching Raw too. They have announced an Intercontinental title ladder match
for WrestleMania.
Right. We got. I think it was. Hold on. Let me go back.
Wait,
it
the
was,
women's?
The men's.
Oh,
the men's. I got to go back to it real quick. It was like, let's see, because Penta beat Kofi tonight. I'm trying to, because it was 5 guys. I got to go. I'm trying to go back to it. It was Penta. It was Javon. It was Rusev. It was 3 of them. It was 2, and it was 2 other guys. So yeah, so right now they just announced some matches. Finn and Dominic is finally official for Mania. Women's tag team title Fatal 4-Way is official. Let's see what else we got going on. John Cena's hosting.
Yeah, John Cena's hosting.
All right.
John Cena's hosting.
That.
John Cena's hosting.
I saw that. Some sketchy shit's gonna happen in that Roman fucking.
You think so?
Fuck yeah!
You
absolutely,
think so?
Absolutely, yeah. When I saw that today, opened up Facebook, I was like, "Is that real?"
Who do you think's coming back? Because I don't know. I saw a tweet. No. Well, I don't know. I saw a tweet saying, because Stephanie came back and she did that promo with Cody tonight. Like, they are soft launching Vince McMahon coming back and y'all don't even know it. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Do you really?
Somebody said that in the tweet. They're soft launching Vince McMahon coming back. And
I saw something about Steph.
If they do that shit, the whole world gonna explode.
Yeah, they said, bro, they are soft launching Vince. I mean, I think he was saying it to be funny, but it was like, man, y'all just don't know. They're soft launching Vince McMahon coming back, and y'all don't even realize it yet.
Do you think they are?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
After the documentary and everything that came out, and after he just hit the shit out of the person in the damn what's the name? So
Brock Lesnar's wrestling at WrestleMania 2, and he's in that. So you really can't put it past WWE at this point. You can't. I don't think they are, but nothing surprises me with them at this point. And it wouldn't shock me at all if they brought him back. But me personally, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out, and I just don't know where they're trying to go with this. I don't like. I try to make predictions sometimes, but sometimes I just like to let them cook because it's hard to try to call anything. But bringing Steph out like now,
why?
It is a little.
What did she say?
Basically, what it was she's trying to get Cody Rhodes in the right mental mind space to handle this version of Randy Orton.
Could it be the return of the Authority?
No, not that. No, but yeah, she was like, "You got to understand this. Right now, you're not beating Randy Orton. This version of Cody Rhodes.
So then, who is Randy talking to?
I still think
it's already been established that it's not just his head. They said it was somebody. Is it Vince?
It's Vince or Triple H.
It has to be Triple H. Triple H was.
I think it's Vince or Triple H. It's one of those two.
I think.
Keep cooking. I'll be right back.
I think. Hold up.
I'm listening.
I think Champ might be right.
That is Vince?
No. That they're bringing back the Authority.
Bringing back the Authority?
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. How do they obviously want Cody to be the guy. Okay? What's the only way you could get Randy to be booed right now? Because everybody right now hates fucking Triple H and the way he books.
You bring back the Authority. You bring back the Authority the exact same way it was in 2013, 2014.
Yes, you do. It makes way more sense than them bringing Vince back. I don't think the Cena thing though.
I don't think you turn him heel again.
Cena?
Yeah, no.
No.
But where does the angle play with Cena hosting?
You can't. Okay, now maybe I'm overthinking this. Like, you can't have Cena host and he just doesn't, and he just hosts, right? Right? Or maybe you can.
There's an angle you can.
It's just
unless you want to just get everything you can out of this.
All right, I hate to bring this up. I hate it because I don't think it's going to happen. But we have to get Roman and The Rock as a payoff, right? At some point, right?
WrestleMania 43
in Saudi.
You have to, yeah. WrestleMania 43, you have to. At some point, the end game has to be Roman Reigns and The Rock. It has to.
Or Rock versus Cody. One of the two.
One of the two. One of the two, if not both of them. But you got to get at least one.
You got to get one.
You got to get one, and I'm leaning Rock Cody, to be honest with you.
Well, that's where I look at the Cena. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. They need a heel faction right about now, but
they do.
Because it seems like division they didn't go on blind at this point.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You won the tag team titles. Nobody cares.
Yeah, and you can't have that many injuries. Like like once Seth got hurt, it was over.
Yeah, that was it.
And as good as Braun Breaker is, like he still wasn't going to carry that.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like the second version of the NWO. Once he got hurt, it was like once Bret he was like the Bret Hart of that organization. Once he got hurt, you knew it was like, nah.
Well, and you just, I think, what I think you do is, I think Champ's right. I think what better villain than we've ever had before than Vince McMahon.
Right.
So now, who does everybody hate right now?
Triple H.
Right.
Everybody hates Triple H.
So play into it.
Because now everybody be pissed because the accusation constantly is Triple H just putting himself at the center. It's Triple H's ego.
So just go ahead and do it.
Easy argument.
Yeah. So
go ahead and do it.
So now actually just go ahead and
do it.
Yeah, and just play the role of the authority.
Exactly. Just lean into it. Yeah, I hope that happens because Triple H is a fantastic fucking.
Oh, he's one of the greatest heels ever.
Can you imagine him and instead of him walking out and just going like, "Oh my God, SummerSlam, it's Jelly Roll, woo!" Like, and him all of a sudden coming out and cutting like old school, like cerebral assassin game promos, and basically saying "fuck you" to the face. Oh. Like it'll be Attitude Era McMahon, but better promos.
And like I said, and the thing is, that's what we was hoping for last year. We was hoping that The Rock was going to be the modern day Vince McMahon, considering that he was on the board of directors.
Yeah,
especially considering the year before. Remember what he told the referee. You start counting, you're fired.
Yeah.
Now you know me. I don't fuck around. You start counting, you're fired. That's what we was hoping for with The Rock. We was hoping that he was going to be the modern day Vince McMahon. We was hoping that he was going to be the biggest, like, sorriest SOB that you could possibly be.
Yeah.
And
so here's my thing. The reason why I would do the authority with The Rock instead of Triple H, somebody got to get their ass beat at some point. Triple H can't do nothing in the ring. Somebody got to get it at some point.
No, but that makes it even better because you can't touch.
But that's why. But I don't see.
Can't touch him.
Yeah, you can't touch him, but you can. It's like you can do some soft lunch, hard lunch type of shit. But the thing is, I understand that Triple H is not going to allow himself to not be touched. Him knowing his respect for the business. But the thing is, it's like gotta have something. You gotta have
that, and he's wearing a whole pacemaker too.
Every
you can't
heel,
that loose. But
if you ever notice this, every heel has something in common. Every heel, from Dusty Rhodes to Stone Cold Steve Austin to a little bit of everybody. Every heel has this one thing in common. This monster heelish ass groups that's always coming after them. It's always remember Dusty Rhodes had the Four Horsemen coming after him. Remember they were before the Finger Poke of Doom. Remember what they were trying to do. They was trying to get the NWO to come together and throw everything they had at Bill Goldberg. Stone Cold Steve Austin. He could not. Vince McMahon could not get anyone to just go after Stone Cold. He tried to pick Mick Foley, Dude Love. He tried to get The Undertaker. He tried to get Kane. Eventually, he had the corporation. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns had the bloodline. All right. Bloodlines down. Bloodlines. You can't recreate. Lightning don't strike the same place twice. Let's just be real. But you think about Cody. Although he had the bloodline to get it, he has not had that monster heelish group that's really after his ass. When you think about Stone Cold, the corporation was after his ass. They was trying to get him every chance they got. Remember the DX. Remember when DX got back together, they was going after The Rock every chance they got. Remember, every heel, every babyface needs that monster.
And that's the problem.
And the thing is, The Rock is too unreliable at this point. So you can't have it be The Rock.
And that's the thing that Cody's lacked. I think a lot of babyface champions have really lacked over the years. I think that's part of the problem. They try to do they've always tried to do this like monster of the week almost type thing now when they have like a champion, and it just doesn't. The great thing about the Austin thing is Austin was always chasing the title.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can't have your guy that's just on. I mean, you can, but you got to have some kind of chase, and so having. I think having a heel faction for Cody, that's the way you turn around Cody's character.
Because that SummerSlam 2014 when they did that with the Money in the Bank with Orton and Daniel Bryan? Or was it 13?
14.
Yeah, when the Big Show was supposed to come out and
yeah, it was okay. No. It was 2013 because WrestleMania 30 was 2014. It was 2013. Yeah, it was 2013. It was 2013 because it was Daniel Bryan, John Cena was the main event. He won. Yeah, it was SummerSlam 2013.
And then Triple H pedigreed.
Yeah, it was 2013. It was 2013.
Came out pending.
It was 2013. It was 2013.
Yeah, you need and the thing is, gang warfare you always have to have a point where your babyface, it's like the odds are so stacked against him at a certain point where it's just like, damn, how can he win at this point?
Well,
remember, every time that Vince McMahon had something for Stone Cold, it was like, damn, Vince, I'll never forget when, remember this, I never forget before the corporation went into fruition. Remember 1998, he had The Undertaker and Kane in a triple threat match. And remember, Kane was not allowed to pin The Undertaker. Undertaker wasn't allowed to pin Kane.
Yeah.
So it was basically a handicap match. And I'll never forget, it was so bad that, remember when I think the biggest screw you was when Vince McMahon said it wasn't Vince McMahon who screwed Stone Cold. Stone Cold screwed Stone Cold. It was reminiscent of the Bret Hart heel type of turn that he had. So everybody needs that monster heelish ass boss or monster heel factor that's throwing everything they got at you. Remember, Hulk Hogan, God rest his soul, regardless of everything. Remember, Bobby Heenan was trying to he hated Hulk Hogan. He was going to get everybody to go get it. He tried to get Earthquake. He tried to get the Natural. He tried to get everybody he can. Paul Orndorff, you name him, he tried to get him. He finally.
And how many WrestleManias did Hogan go into it as the champion?
I
mean, he's champion WrestleMania 6 against Warrior.
Yeah, WrestleMania 5, he was the champion. Well, WrestleMania 5, he wasn't the champion.
He was. That was the WrestleMania 4. That was the tournament. He was the
tournament.
WrestleMania 5, it was Savage, and Savage had the title.
Savage
Right?
had the title.
So WrestleMania 6, he had it against the Warrior.
WrestleMania 3.
7 was
him and Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, and Slaughter was champion.
Slaughter was champion.
8 was Savage and Flair, right?
Savage and Flair.
Mm-hmm.
So Hogan wasn't even in the main event.
What was the double main event? It was him versus Sid Justice.
Oh yeah, and then 9 was
a bullshit of all bullshits.
Oh yeah, that was the whole
the Bret Hart Yokozuna thing.
Yeah, that Hogan was the champion. Like, so that's the thing. Like, even Hogan, everybody thinks that Hogan always had the title. Like, he was always chasing it somehow.
Yeah.
Like, you can't. That's the thing about
even when he was in Vern Gagne's. That's the thing that he was doing with Vern. That's how come people hated Vern Gagne too, because he always had it where Hulk Hogan was chasing the title.
Yeah, you got to have the only way you're going to turn around the Cody character. Like, look. People were starting to turn on Cody when they won the Rumble, and then the way that I still think to this day that it was on purpose. I think they knew exactly what they were doing when they had The Rock take his spot. I still think to this. I think that was on purpose because I think they knew how people would react. I do. I really do. I really think because, and here's the reason why. Because then you wasted The Rock's one match on a tag team match. Mm-hmm. That's it. You didn't do anything else with it. I still think it was on purpose.
Yeah, because I remember that exact moment. Like when he came out, he got like the pop was huge. But then when everything died down and Cody left the ring, and they realized what was going, Roman Reigns held the title up. Then it was like, oh hell no, we don't want.
Yeah, we don't want this.
This.
Yeah. So
same night they started doing.
Yeah, and I just the way that you turn around this Cody character is you put the title, you keep it on Orton, and you make him chase it till fucking whenever. You know, you can make him chase it to however long.
I do still want them. If I know Cody if Cody was listening right now, I would tell him like, if they do this and they put, I think Orton's winning 15 regardless. I don't think you put Randy Orton in this spot and he doesn't win.
No, 15. You have to have Orton.
I think he has to win, but I personally would like to. I don't know. I would like to see Cody's character tweak a little bit. Like, I would like to see it tweak a little bit. Like, because like I said, I think there's more meat on the bone with him being a babyface. Because he does like the rah stuff and all this stuff and all that. I think there's still like an edge you can tap into with him.
Dude, the Cena thing just smells funny.
Mm.
It just does. And the thing with the Cody thing, you're talking about like getting Cody to be a little bit more. If you have him chase the title, he can be a little bit more of a tweener.
Yeah, like I want to see like
be kid friendly, but
be kid friendly, like still be the baby face, still be that guy. But when it's time to get down and with it, yeah, like maybe not to the extent of Austin, but put a little bit in there.
Do you think?
What are you about to ask?
Well, you're saying like would they wouldn't turn Cena heel, like again?
I hope not. God, I hope not.
But that smells funny, right?
Yeah.
So quickly after he retires, he's the host of WrestleMania.
It's a little sus.
It smells a little fishy.
It's a little sus. It's a little sus.
Little smells like, you know.
It's a little sus.
Smells like, you know, Third and Vine, stripperish. Like, you know, you just.
I don't know if it's that sus, but it's kind of sus.
I mean, it's a little smelly. And it's a little like ooh boy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I don't know.
You know what, man? This is why I call this the Uncensored Show. One last question, real quick.
Go ahead. No, go
College
ahead.
basketball.
What? Okay.
Before we go back to wrestling, is it time for Kim Mocha to retire?
I don't know.
She's only 61.
Yeah, like I think she's got a few more years left.
But
She's got some years left. I don't think she really I think she's got a few years left. I don't think she has to retire.
I don't think you should hold. I mean, she had that team that she had with Angel and Fly J. Johnson and Alicia Merrow. That team was damn stacked.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just be real. That team was fucking stacked. So it's hard when you lose a player like an Angel Reset or Alicia Merrow.
It's hard to just get that back.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I know she's young, but she's young as hell. But did you see that 6-pack that Alicia Merrow has? They got a 12-pack, bro. I'm like, damn, I need to get on whatever diet you on, because shit.
I'm just excited for the new Baywatch show.
They got a new Baywatch show?
Yeah, they're bringing it back, yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me see who in there that fine. Because, you can't replace a Pamela Anderson, bro.
Livy Dunn is in it.
Who?
Livy Dunn.
Paul Skeen's girlfriend. Ex, I think. Girlfriend, ex, I don't know. I don't know what their relationship is.
Yeah, they're an item still.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me see who in
here. What's his face is playing Hobie Buchanan. Stephen Amell. And then there's a couple other ladies in there.
You still can't replace Pamela Anderson.
Oh, Prime Pam? No.
Prime Pam, good God.
Well, and Prime Nicole Eggert.
It was Prime Pam, Prime Nicole Eggert, Prime Yasmin Bleeth, Prime Carmen Electra.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you can't. Nah, you cannot replace that at all.
Yeah, let's see.
Hey man, the most underrated of the 90s as far as 90s fine shits has to be Jennifer McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy is so underrated.
Jenny McCarthy?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say she's
underrated.
the most. I don't think she's the most underrated. I think Jennifer Connelly is the most underrated. As far as 90s, I think Jennifer Connelly is the most underrated.
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. The cast of the new Baywatch. Let's see. Like I said, Stephen Amell.
They gonna do the same theme song.
David Chokichi is back.
Oh wow.
He's back. That's awesome. You have to use the original theme song.
You have to use it.
You have to.
I'll be ready.
You have to.
That's all right.
That song is synonymous with that show. You have to use that song.
Hassie Harrison is in it. Hassie Harrison is gorgeous. She's in it.
Who's in it?
Hassie Harrison. She's in Tacoma FD, and then she was what else she was in? Oh, then she was in 1883 is a Yellowstone show. Just look up Hassie Harrison. You'll know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Shay Mitchell, Brooke Snyder, Livy Dunn. She's the perky junior lifeguard of the bunch. See if she's been taking acting classes. Let's see.
I will say this though. Shout out to Mickey James because she put out a funny little Baywatch audition video on her ex. Whew, God.
So did Chelsea Green posted some red bathing.
Yeah, she posted something in the bathing suit. Oh Lord.
Bravo, Chelsea Green. I gotta say, bravo.
Lord have mercy.
Bravo, Chelsea. So yeah, I'm a guy.
Matt Cardona.
I hope this show is terrible, but in a good way.
Matt Cardona, you lucky dog.
Okay.
God.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to meet that woman in person, and she is funny in person.
Hey, bro, I want y'all to read the comment. I hope PSP. I hope you watch it, but they still try to get PSP to do the D'Angelo.
They still trying to do D'Angelo.
Boy, they in the comments begging like that.
Boy, we gonna see
PSP do it for the ladies.
We gonna see PSP in for 2 weeks with a headshot. Tell me some. How does it feel?
Hey, do it for the ladies, PSP.
Man, PSP, man.
Do it for the ladies, PSP.
Joe, I have, from doing episodes with JoJo and Nessa on Sports for You, I have learned those women are relentless. They stop at nothing to get their way. They're relentless. PSP, tread lightly. Them women do not play when they want some.
Hey, bro, go ahead and do your thing, PSP. On that note, man, look, it was a hell of a show tonight, man.
It was a hell of a show.
It was a hell of a show tonight, man. Any last words?
I think no, I was going to ask what I think next week we should do our. Oh wait, no. Let me look at the calendar. Hold on.
Yeah. I do have one thing to say. Happy Easter. I didn't even realize, and shame on me because I grew up in the Bible Belt. I didn't even realize it was Easter this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So Mama's not cooking this Sunday. So
absolutely not.
Yeah, Mama's not cooking this Sunday, so I'm shit out of luck. I gotta go find me a steak to cook. So I called her. I was called her yesterday. Mama, you cooking this Sunday? I ain't cooking a damn thing. You better cook your own steak this year. I'm like, damn. But I used to hate every damn holiday. They used to give us dressing and damn ham every holiday at school back when we was in school. That shit used to be
Yeah, I mean, because you knew it wasn't gonna be as good as the home cooking, but yet they tried it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if I wanted this, I'd have just stayed at home where I know it's gonna be done right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you at school, it ain't dressing no more. It's just stuffing. Like it ain't got the same. It ain't got the same. It ain't got the same flair to it.
Yeah, it's just and then that damn cake is just cornbread with icing on it. So
facts. Facts. That's all it is.
It's just cornbread with a little chocolate icing on it.
Exactly. That's all it is. We're gonna sweeten it up just enough to shut you up. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Why do we have to drink milk with everything, even when we was in high school? That was the weirdest shit. I'm eating the fourth meal on Chicken Day, and then I got to drink a whole thing of milk.
Now, I will say this, though. Shout out to my schools down here in Morgan County, Georgia, when I was going to school. Because they used to do like the, you remember like the slush, the slush puppies that they eat, the slush puppies and all that stuff that they used to have at the gas station and all that. Well, they did something called like the Vita Pups. You might have had them. Like you walk up to the little designated spot. You pay your little money. You get your little Vita Pup, strawberry, banana, blue, raspberry. You talking about? That was like the moment of the day. Like you eat your food, then you get your Vita Pup, then it's like, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I wish I could find that little square pizza that we used to eat at school and bring it to the crib. That pizza used to hit different.
Undefeated.
That pizza was undefeated. Bro. Let me see if I can find that so I can buy that shit.
Boy, I'm telling you. If I want to look for that and just buy up some myself just to have it. That pizza was so goated. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And they have it on sales. They got it on sale too. Shit.
My gosh.
Yeah, I might just buy some of that shit, take a break from my dad one weekend and
they feeding in the fat kid and us, boy, they doing it.
Yeah, that was a doozy. But happy Easter. Celebrate with your family. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. I know we usually say that for Christmas, but just remember, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be here if it weren't for Jesus, our Lord and Savior. So just remember that, by the way. Just want to put that in there. I know people don't like to hear about that, but if you don't like hearing about that, just turn the station. You'll be all right. So that's just being real. But hey, just remember that. Cherish your families. Cherish this moment. And look. Just remember on that note, I ran just not fast enough. So on that note, we're gonna holler at y'all and Have a safe trip.